Yes, everybody, Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. It's Friday. Got to get there on Friday. No more words of Rebecca Black. It's Friday, yeah. Saturday, Sunday. What? Another week, guys. Well done. Another week. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe, all that good stuff. We're rapidly on the way to 10,000 subscribers, which is mental, really. If anything, so just if there's ever a reason to subscribe, it's just to annoy Stel. So hashtag annoy Stel and subscribe. If any of you, and make sure you hit the bell notification. Next week, hopefully, we've got at least one ex-Hammer interview next week, maybe more. So you don't want to miss it. So you want to make sure you hit that bell icon so you don't miss any content at all. You may have seen, if you didn't see it, go and watch it. Stuart Slater's chat we had last night, 9 p.m. UK time, about an hour long. It's on the channel. Plus, there's a playlist of all the ex-Hammers we've had on the channel so far. Lovely man, Stuart is salt of the earth and really, really honest. Discussion really. We spoke about obviously the West Ham season. We spoke about Jarrod Bowen. Obviously he was a tricky winger, and so was Jarrod Bowen. Lots of really good questions from everyone in the chat as well. So make sure you go back and check that out, and keep an eye out for next week. There's not going to be much content for us this week. I'll be honest. There probably isn't going to be. Because unless there's something major that happens, we'll talk about there's a series of internationals we had yesterday featuring West Ham players. We'll go through that as well because you may be interested. Let's see who we got in the chat already. Check on for Chef. Good afternoon. It's Friday, so busy. And we're absolutely still massive. Watch for luncheon, everyone. I don't know. Mrs. Budden's out. It's Friday. She usually provides me with lunch. I don't know what's going on today. Peach in the house. Good afternoon, Peach. Budgie's in the house. Hello, hope you're well, my friend. It's Friday. It's 12:39. He said at 12:30. Ian, I think you've got your clock on 9 minutes in front. Anyway, it's Russie B. Coming you irons indeed. Kimbo, good afternoon to you and the rest of the West Ham family. Steve, hope you're well, my friend. Scott Miller, hope you're well. I'm so glad I made the flagship show. Now, the flagship show is on Monday. Still, is a right shit show, flagship show on Monday night, but we try our best. Mike's in the chat. Good afternoon, Mike. Hope you're well, my friend. Bon appetit, indeed. Peter Jones, just simply irons. But I'm Peter John, just irons. Andy's in the house. Good afternoon to you, Andy. God, Ludders is in the house. 12:30. Thank you. At 12:39. My name's not Stel. If I say something at 12:30, it's going to be 12:30. Still no news from Mr. Baker about the baby yet. As soon as I find out, I'll let you guys know. I know some people will be messaging me. There was no news yesterday, still no movement, so we'll see what happens. But as always, we always pass our love on to them, and I know you do too. Right, let's talk about we had a few Hammers on international duty yesterday. As you know, we've got actually 11 out. We've got a full squad. If we play Alex Kral at centre-back rather than... We could put Suchek, I suppose, at centre-back. He's played there before. So the first load of matches were yesterday. So what I thought I'd do is just go through how everyone got on, how many minutes they played, that type of thing, if that's all right with you. Let me just get all my bits and bobs ready so I don't start doing stupid stuff. Let's do that and do this. So we shall start with Mr. Suchek. So Thomas Suchek, he was on the score sheet last night as West Ham United's trio of Czech boys helped their country with a comprehensive 7-0 friendly victory over Kuwait last night. Suchek scored and captained the side, and him and Vladimir Sufal started the match and played the whole 90 minutes. Alex Kral came on for the... Sufal also played the 90 minutes, and Alex Kral came on as a 61st minute substitute. And the Czechs warmed up lovely for their vital World Cup qualifier against Estonia on Tuesday night. As I said, Suchek skipped the side. It's his 8th international goal, and it was the host's 4th of the 7. So quite a comprehensive victory there for the Czech boys against Kuwait. There was obviously many other hammers out on international duty. As I said, Andrei Yarmolenko earned his 105th Ukrainian cap in their 1-0 home friendly draw against Bulgaria. Pablo Fornals was a second half substitute for Spain as they secured a 1-0 victory over Greece in qualifying for next summer's World Cup finals, obviously in Qatar in December. Shut the Premier League down for a few weeks in the middle of the busy period. In terms of Spain, group rivals stumbled to defeat in Georgia. So Spain actually leapfrogged them at the top of the group. So they now a point against Sweden on Sunday, I think they're playing, will be enough to secure qualifications. That's great news for Pablo. Elsewhere, Vlasic came off the bench in Croatia's 7-1 win against Malta. A result which nicely sets up a final qualifier blockbuster against Russia on Sunday. Should Croatia win in Split, they would replace Russia as the head of the group and book their direct ticket to Qatar. So it's a shootout on Sunday. What we got? Who else we got? Alpha Masuaku. He's better than Lukaku. Never gives the ball away. He came off the bench as a 40th minute substitute. Early one. Got a booking as well. As Congo defeated Tanzania 3-0 in their latest qualifying match. So that's where we are at the moment. You're welcome. So obviously, probably on Monday, we'll do a review of the rest of the weekends because there's been another round of some teams are playing on Sundays, and also obviously England, but obviously no Declan Rice. We don't care about England because Declan Rice isn't playing. Simples. Right, who we got? Andy's Chris Akabusi on the show. Love Chris. We've had him on the show. He was my 100th guest. He was, yeah, lovely guy, Chris, top man. Lovely guy. Make sure you check out Andy on Tuesday night. Wednesday night, we've got an ex-hammer coming on. And we probably have a quiz on Tuesday night. Maybe after you. Make sure we don't clash. So everyone can watch that. Great chat with Stu last night. Lovely man. Go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. And some youngsters, Perkins, who scored. Yeah, I didn't even look at the under-21s and the under-18s games. It was just on the full qualifiers, but we had a whole raft of people out for the unders as well. Skipper's in the house, as I said. Who else we got here? Ludders, with the amount of football we've played, do we really need to be playing friendly? I know, Ludders. It's madness, isn't it? And it's against Kuwait. And why does Souček and why does Soufal need to play 90 minutes? That's the thing. I just don't get it. Kuwait, it's like such a random one. Fornals played in the right forward, put a few crosses in and took all the free kicks when he wasn't. He certainly did, Robert. He certainly did. Russ is like the Wikipedia of all things West Ham. I'm just good at Google. I'll be honest, Skips. I'm just good at Google. I just Google things. Although the Congolese game was quite hard to find, to be on it, in all honesty, was quite tricky to find. You can find the result, but looking at when Arthur came on and did he start, it was very Budgie feels like double absolute crap today. I think I've got the man flu. Can't face lunch day, but I've got a curried goat with rice and pea if I want it. Oh. Areola haven't played yet. France didn't play yet, have they? France haven't played yet. I haven't missed Areola. They play. I've got the thing. Where's my thingamajig, camera head? There we go. France play on. Let me take the banner off. And my little spinny logo. That's how it all pans out this week. So obviously you've had the Czech boys have played. Fornals has played. Bulgaria. You've got Antonio's El Salvador tonight. You've got Ben Rama, Djibouti. And then on Saturday, you've got the French boys against Kazakhstan. And then you've got the next round, so 14th and 16th, basically. So it's a little bit more spread out. So I haven't forgot. Don't worry, Hammerhead. I haven't forgot. As I said, I'm the Wikipedia of West Ham, innit? Not. But I appreciate you looking out for me, though. Yes, there's lots of love for Budgie. Lots of love for Budgie. Hope you feel better, mate. I feel the love healing me already. It's not the ibuprofen. It's the love of the West Ham Network lunchtime show. Got my booster this afternoon, Russ. Luds, good afternoon. Hope it goes well. Imagine it's at the library in Hornchurch. That's where mine. Very very impressive service. Is that right? Can you have an impressive service when it comes to your jabs? But it was very impressive. I was in and out. They knew what they were doing. Bosh. Nando's lunch today for Andy. Very nice too. I might. Maybe I don't know. I fancy a little cheeky lunch actually. As I said, Mrs. Budden's out with. Although I've got to pick up Flo from school. She ain't trouble. How long's my lunch going to be, for Christ's sake? When England are expecting to thump a team 7 or 8, we only score 4 or 5. I'd love to see a 9-0. Skips, you know what? I really don't. When it comes to England now, particularly with Dex not playing, I don't give a shit. I feel really bad, but I don't. When it comes to the tournaments, I'm proper all in, like literally in there. But yeah, no, it's. I just don't think. No, I probably won't even watch it. There's another. There's a pie and mash night at the at Dagenham and Redbridge tonight. Some good, which Len Herbert's doing, which some good guys like Dicko and Tommy Taylor and stuff. I don't even. I might see. I want to see Mrs. Budden comes back from the hospital. I'll probably go in there, but we'll see. But no, I don't mean. I'm not up for an England game. I mean, even West Ham Fan TV, fair play to them. They changed their Friday night pint to Thursday night pint just for that reason. But it's not my deal. It's not my deal. Then me and Rush should go and get drunk at the Harrow. It's all about drinking with you, Andy, isn't it? All about drinking. Nando's and drinking. That's what you should have done your fucking channel on. Not West Ham. Nando's and chicken and getting drunk. Peach is coming for a pint for you as well, apparently. Yep, the library in Hornchurch. Don't want to go to the Liberty, Romford, opposite the West Ham shop. Oh, library in and out. 20 minutes, say 20 minutes, 5 minutes to walk in, get your bit of paper, have a row with the lady. Make sure you got your blue card, Helen, because I got told off. Well, she said, have you got your blue card? And I said, no. She went, why not? I said, it's on my app. She went, yes, I know, but have you got your blue card? No, because it's on my app. She went, okay. So I showed her it. She was like, no problem. Went to go and get stabbed by the lady at the desk. And she said, where's your blue card? I haven't got it. It's on the app. I'm going to have to give you a bit of blue card anyway. What a waste of time. She could have just given me the sticker. Do you know what I mean? And just stuck the sticker on my head. Yeah, I've been done. And then you've got to sit down for 15 minutes with that one. It's what it is. Crazy. So Steve's got some... Oh, crusty ham roll. Oh, there's no point having a roll if it's not crusty. Am I right or am I wrong? I am right. I hate a soft roll. I hate a soft bap. There's just nothing in it. It's just like, yeah. There's no purchase. Do you know what I mean? Crusty roll, bit of French, like a tiger loaf or whatever. Even bread, it's got to have crust on it. Otherwise, if it was like, I don't know, Kingsmill or Warburton's, it just it like melts. It's like, yeah, there's nothing on it. Particularly for a burger. Rant over. A good bacon roll and a crusty roll is brilliant. Particularly the Garden Cafe. Big fan of the Garden Cafe in Hornchurch. Not sponsored. I may watch the first half. Second half clashes with Gogglebox. Second half when it goes all silly, doesn't it? Second half is it just like it's just like subs and Why do we not put a player in goal to help the keeper? In what situation, David? Because we now have the draft excluder in terms of the free kick. So in case they kick it along the bottom. Let me know in what situation. For a penalty, it's not going to work, but who knows? You're so right in the crutch. See, Rob, my man, you see? It's got to have a bit of purchase on it. Otherwise, what's the point of having it? You waste the calories on a BAP, on a soft BAP, if there's no surface area. Toasted flatbread. See, even a toasted flatbread, I'll give you that. Ham and cheese, nice. Cup of tea, lovely, jubbly. Is it sort of like pre-sliced, or is it off the butcher counter? Do they still have the butcher counter? No, don't have the butcher counter at the moment. But, oh yeah, and cheese, yeah. Nice mature cheddar, extra mature. The more mature, the better. You see, there we go. Random. Where Peach has got a mini baguette for sausage sarnie the other day. Proper crusty. Proper crusty. The question is, do I do peri peri chips and rice, or double peri peri chips? Double peri peri chips. Thank you very much. Rice that's a waste. In Nando's, that is a waste of calories. You might as well just get the peri peri chips, man. Double it. Rush, didn't know you had to take it. Well, take it, Helen, because just in case the lady asks for it. She asked for it the other day, and I said no, and then I ended up getting a blank one with the sticker on to prove that I'd got it done. World's gone mad. In when we're trying to save paper and trying to save the environment, sending me just nothing on the other side. What's the point? And then I got it on my phone anyway. Hashtag just saying. Rant over. Nando's is rice, corn on the cob with nacho cheese. Got to be lacto please. No, It's for me. Nando's is Nando's and peri peri chips. Maybe a garlic bread on the side with halloumi, double chicken pita, medium. I'll have it medium without the tomatoes. I like the tomatoes in there. And then peri peri chips, garlic bread, and halloumi halloumi in the pita. Formidable. But yeah, not a mad fan of the rice. I'll be honest, Carl. I'm not a mad fan. Double chicken. He's gone for a wrap. That goal may have saved. You may have saved against Liverpool. Maybe if you put someone in goal with him. Obviously, he can't handle it. But I suppose, then it doesn't really help the other day when we scored two corners and there were people on the line, wasn't there? Really, and they kept on. They just didn't bother. Boneless share platter for one all day long. Carl, you're getting me all excited. I might even have to nibble some minge. That's how excited you're getting me now. My belly's rumbling. Might even have to nibble some minge. Amazon Prime. As I said, I get my minge delivered by Prime. As I said, Stan might be on today. He might be doing a daily if there's some good news coming up. As I said, tomorrow, Sunday, probably nothing from us, to be perfectly honest. Unless there's a bad bit of news, if that makes sense, or some exciting news, but maybe bad news because everyone's put on international duty. But then Mondays we get back again, so then we start again with I'll be here on the lunchtime show on Monday, give you homework for Thursday, but also I'll be doing still doing the flagship show, and then we'll be doing Tuesday night probably a quiz. But go and watch West Ham United because they'll have Chris Akabusi, top man, love Chris. And then Wednesday, we've got X-Hammer, an X-Hammer interview. So next week, we'll have at least one X-Hammer interview. Maybe three. At least one, maybe three. Yeah. A trio. But I might try and move maybe one of them to the following week. We've also got some more celebrity fans coming on soon as well. Someone from the golfing world, and we've had Paul McGinley, and we've had Billy Ho, and another famous golfer. Smelt and a big ribeye last night, leftovers. Oh, how have you got any leftovers, mate? Hopefully you smashed out that ribeye and a sous vide, or nothing like a sous vide steak. Honestly, so much better than normal. Can you have a share platter for? Well, sure you can. You pay for it, ladders. Rush, I never managed to ask you how far West Ham are going in Europe this year. What do you think, Mickey? You know we're going to win it. Winning Europa. We don't need to worry about the Premier League this year. We can just worry about winning it, not necessarily qualify the Champions League, because we're going to win the Europa League, which gets us in the Champions League already. We are massive. Particularly if we miss out the final, go straight into the 16s, then you've only got one in 16 chance of winning it. But that's a better chance than 1 in 40. That's how many teams will be in it eventually. Darren, good evening to you. I hope all well in Thailand. I hope, man. Tonight we're going for the top 5 games at London Stadium so far. Russ, for you, for atmosphere, what is yours? Top 5. I think 2 of them are actually in the. I think 2 of them are this year, this season. I think Liverpool, for sure. Yeah, I'd say Liverpool over Tottenham. I would say Liverpool. I think it's just. It was just a bit emotional, I think. Yes, on that game, it was a bit emotional for me. Just seeing everyone chanting and just it was lovely to see. Liverpool game, I would say what was the team? Vienna game, the Vienna game, because that was the Europa League, and I think that was just an incredible night. And then just like random ones, I think. But don't forget, I saw some games which were great atmosphere for me. So like Chelsea 3-2, when we was behind closed doors was a good game. You know, so those 2 for sure. I can't think. I have to think about that, Andy. But those 2 for sure, and I reckon that first Bournemouth game, the first game in the Premier League, or maybe Europa, the one where Feghouli scored. No, we'll go for the Bournemouth game because that seemed to be the dawning of this new era. Obviously, didn't necessarily happen until 5 years later, but there's been a lot of games there. There's been a lot of games there. I reckon I could probably figure out some good ones. West Ham are massive. I've heard that. I've heard that, James. Back to footy. Do you know if Leicester were in the cut runs when they were in the league? We compare. Right, yeah. Where's? I was going to say. Let me. How am I going to do that? Someone sent me something. I'm gonna put it up. Where is it? Let me send that to myself on my email. Oh God. Oh, see now you're making me work for it now. Russ, send it to my email address. And I'll put that up. Someone sent me. It was a comparison between Leicester and West Ham, where they were. At the same point their season they won the Premier League. It's very interesting. But in the meantime, I'm going to multitask because I'm a man, and I'll come back to that. Thinking having some mackerel on toast. God dear. Filleted mackerel with a creamy korma sauce. Ooh. It's a share patty if you eat it. You eat it, share it yourself. Looking forward to it, mate. That'd be good, man. 4-1 versus Leicester was great. You're right, it was. Didn't they become champions the year after they got promoted? Quite sure they weren't active in Europe, and I think they went out of the third or fourth stages. I think they went out, and I'm just waiting where this thing's come. Where this email I've sent myself an email just to get it through. It's still in the outbox. Come on. If not, I'll find it somewhere else. Afternoon all. Sorry for not being punctual. It's all right. No probs. No worries at all. Would you take Martial? No, that is being discussed, isn't it? There's been this is not, to quote Daya, this is not in the no show. But there was rumblings of, was it Tarkowski, El Nasri, and Azuri, and Martial and Lingard. There's like 4 or 5 players. I think maybe me and Stel might do a little show about that and give you our lists. What we think, who we think would be good to get on the, to get in the summer. I don't know. Indeed, this is not in the no show, and I just watch where everyone else is watching, so it's no different than anyone else, to be perfectly honest. But is what it is. Simon, good afternoon to you. Hope you're well. Good afternoon, Sam. What's your opinion on Rice pulling out? Brilliant. Because it's just great for us, I think. Because he needs a rest. Or I think he just needs a rest, and I just think he hasn't had a proper rest for ages. Really, looking at it at all. So is that email not sent? If not, I'll just show you on my phone. No, it hasn't sent. Right, I'll show you on my phone. This is terribly sophisticated, but it's a list of where West Ham and Leicester were after 11 games. I should have done a slide, but it doesn't matter. So obviously both played 11 games. This was compared to Leicester's 2015-16 season. We've won 7. Leicester won 6. Won 6 at that time. They drew 4. We drew 2. We've lost 2. They've lost 1. Obviously, we're 1 point better off. Both 3 points off top. Both scored 23 goals. We've conceded 13. They conceded 19. We've had 8 more shots. We've had 6% more possession. We've scored more goals on the break. We've scored more goals from set piece goals, excluding penalties. Almost, wow, over 1,000 more passes. Is that right? Over 1,000 more passes than Leicester this same time, with about 15 shots less in terms of shots faced. So yeah, you look at where we are when Leicester were. Well, just saying. # just saying. Do you think it's time to put Fornals in the middle and Benrahma on the left in natural positions? I don't think so, anyway. I think I would just keep. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Gio did a really good show yesterday about that, but it's true, and that's. Oh, now it's come through. Right, I'll just show it to you. Right, let's download it. Let me download it. Come on, there we go. Thanks. I'll show it to you because it makes more sense if I actually show you it rather than necessarily me warbling on about it. Does it? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Oh God. But yeah, I wouldn't move anything. I'd keep it as it is, man. Just keep it as it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I know it makes more sense from a football perspective, but not necessarily in terms of that. So there we go. See, that's why I've got a count. So you've got games played the same. We've won more games. We've scored more goals. We've scored the same amount of goals. The proportion of our goals which weren't penalties is greater. They scored a lot of penalties. Look, that's what I mean. Passes, 4,748 passes compared to 3,700. So over 1,000 more passes, and we faced less shots on target. We're going to win the league. You're never going to believe us. Stats don't lie. Stats don't lie. We could realistically get Lingard and Tchaikovsky for 25, pay another 5 or whatever Madrid for Martial. Our squad will be absolutely. But in all reality, do you really think Man United are going to let us take Martial off their hands? No. Lingard possibly, because there's an economical value by letting us have him in January rather than letting go for nothing in the summer. But then the flip side is they're giving they're giving one of their top 4 rivals a player. That's how we have to look at ourselves now. Are they going to want that to happen? I don't think so, unless we pay silly money. And then what's the point? If I see West Ham in it for a player and they aren't a big, goofy and fun good guy, that sounds like some sort of like some Tinder profile. I dismiss it. I agree. There's certain people even Tchaikovsky, he's sort of not, but Moyes likes him, and he's an admirer of him. So that sort of throws that a little bit out. The fact he's 28 makes me. That's why I liked Coletta Carr, because he's 24. Do you know what I mean? Zuma's only 25, and so I could see Coletta Carr coming in rather than Tchaikovsky. Particularly, obviously, we've got Santos from the recruitment guy from Marseille now. So Marshall, big up West Ham Network. Much love from New York. But it could be. No, I can't think of anything clever. Liverpool fan, you never walk alone. You never do, mate. Very gracious of you. I saw something about a bloke losing a finger. How in the hell did he do that? Well, in terms of what happened was, he was celebrating the goal and they had razor wire on the top. And as he celebrated it, he cut his finger off. That's what happened. At the game, yeah. So celebrating the second, I think it was the second goal, and he cut his finger off. And the video on Twitter is literally the steward picking it up and putting it on the side, and the guy shouting out, That's not what we want. We want to put it on ice. Could you imagine coming home? Wallet, phone, keys, passport. Hang on. There's something I forgot here. got a wallet, got my phone, got my keys, got my suitcase, got my got my money, got my passport, got my charger, got my mobile phone, got my keys. Hang on, what's missing here? Mark Robinson coming in to manage the Young Trophies. Fantastic. Former Hammer, that's true. We love a former Hammer taking over. And also, Mark Robinson was part of that 92-93 season. Maudeville Promotions next December are doing a whole night. They've got, well, hopefully very soon, he was secured 14 members of the 92-93 season. I've been helping out then a little bit with some of the players, like people like Matty Rush and Trevor Morley. They'll be there. Should be a good night. And they do it at London, the Hilton at Tower Bridge. Tower Bridge, kind of. It's like London Bridge, really. But it'd be a really good night to check that out. I went to the one lady, the goalkeeper one this year, which was really good, hosted by Alvin. I think Tony Gale's hosting this one, so it'll be a good night. This is news to me. I know they've had some rumblings before the game, but I didn't think it was during the game. Forgot to obviously I want DCC. I think DCC is a better bargain for us. Because even like Burnley will want money for Tarkowski because they still have 6 months. And the fact is he can help them stay up, and that's worth 20 million anyway, 20, 40 million at least staying up. So they won't let him go without spending some money on him. That's a decent analysis. Do we put a bet on us now? My friends, where's my friend's bet? He sent it to me. No, I'm not condoning it at all, but where is it? Because it was quite funny. Where is he? He sent it to me. He was so happy. He's so happy. So he's put on 15 quid, right? To basically West Ham win the quadruple. So FA Cup winners, Europa League winners, EFL winners, or, Football League, the League Cup winners, and the Premier League, all together, £15 stake, £106,000. We'll round it out to £107,000. At the time, we were 55-1 to win the Premier League. Leicester were like 1,000, weren't they? That's like the bookies. They know all about it now. Why won't Martial push the move? I don't think Martial will, Ethan. Thanks for joining us, man. But I think Man United aren't gonna. We're not plucky West Ham now. We're West Ham competing with them. So they're not going to say, oh yeah, you can have our player. You can have our player and basically probably get top four ahead of us. They probably won't. We'll probably get top four with them. But do you know what I mean? It's like that. It could, because obviously they can't play against Man United, but they can still play against every other team. Say we turn over Man United as well, and Martial's ends up being top goal scorer. That's buggered them up, really, isn't it? I don't know. Declan Rice wants to move to Arsenal. Whatever, Arsenal for life. He didn't know that Jeremy Ali Dier played for you. So what do you know? Loving your work, man. Nice to hear Darren next installment from Saturday. Indeed, very, very good. It was lovely actually to hear. It was actually lovely to hear. Where's Kieran as well? It was great to hear you. And as I said, Budgie, as I said, you mentioned every bloody show, every bloody channel, and now Stell's here, he can hear that as well. Every bloody channel, apart from West Ham Network. The man who saved you. I don't think people should get carried away with the early transfer nonsense knocking around. No, don't get that. Wait for the West Ham Weekly, the flagship show, and Stell will tell you all about the transfers. All about the transfers. We're not in the note, but Stell knows. So make sure Monday night you watch it. Watch all the way through. Tarkowski fighting relegation, then they're not going to let him go, even though he's out of his contract. You're totally right. They're still going to want a fee for him for 6 months. Martial, he ain't coming. Man United are not going to let him come to us. Our best bet is to go abroad, because I think now we're people are scared of us now. They are scared of us now. So we're not going to do business with people. I don't think in the UK in Premier League this year. Unless it's for real dross, and that's not what we want. So for us, it is about, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some championship movement, maybe, or some foreign movement in terms of maybe on there's, I don't know. I think Coletta Carr is the one that I think most realistically we could get, just because of the Marseille connection. Now, as long as Payet don't have a word in his ear, we'll see. Just sign your contract. You ain't coming, indeed. Moyes will give Baptiste a look over between now and January. He will. Oh, come on, Stel. Just a little tea. Just a little aperitif, a little amuse-bouche. Maybe we'll get Stel just do a little amuse-bouche on Monday, just to get us going. Just to get us excited again. Well, I think maybe me and Stel might do a little show next week. Maybe do a little opinion show about transfers. Nothing to do with anything else. No in the know or anything. But who Stel would have on his, if he had to write his letter to Father Christmas, letter to Father David Sullivan, Father Christmas, with his transfers, who he wants in the January, who will have, if anyone at all. Maybe he's been a bad boy and he's just going to get just lump of coal. Who knows? I'd love Kamara from the most DCC, the one maybe coming in January, would help with Vlasic too, maybe. Great shout with Vlasic. And, there's the French connection in terms of Marseille, and there's the Croatian connection. Who knows? Baptiste, the future centre-back, still loves Baptiste. I'm a big fan of Alessi. I just think although Alessi obviously doesn't realise when he gets booked twice in the same competition. Just say. Massive. Sorry, I'm trying to turn my thing. My friends keep messaging me. I do apologise. West Ham are massive everywhere they go. Are they? I've never heard that before. I don't think there'll be any centre back signings in Jan. That's why we've got Zuma. I think they could be. I think, and this is not in a note. This is just my opinion. It's Zuma's. Obviously, Zuma is the future at centre back, but his defensive partner isn't. Now, in the same way that Ogbonna, he's injured, but he's coming to the end of his career. Now, we know Moyes likes to get players in who will develop. So there is an opportunity now to get another player. I think there is, because we still don't know the full extent of Oggy's injury, but even so, they'll only offer him an extra 1 year deal next year if he's anyway. So I think there could be something. Rob Newman coming in, it's his first transfer window. Obviously, we might, there's people, but that's just me speculating. I don't know nothing, but I wouldn't be surprised if even if it's a little cheeky championship centre back, someone who we can start going in, because I think there's still reservations about Diop. Obviously, the dream would, the French dream would be Diop, would be Zuma, would be Areola. But even now, Areola, what's going to happen in the summer? Sam Johnson, I don't know. Got to keep my sources happy, but not breaking any transfer by not breaking it. Oh, it's just, what I'm trying to do, right? What I'm trying to do is get people excited for Stell's show, and he's just knocking them down. It's speculation. You could just say, just say what you think, innit? You're not saying anything, but you're saying, just to get him. I do try. The big ship sails and the alley idea. That Bamba dude we're linked in the summer could still be an option. Could be. Afternoon, everyone. If you haven't watched it yet, go on the Stuart Slater show. That sounds like a TV show, like from the late 70s. Hey, welcome to the Stuart Slater show. But yeah, go over and watch the Slate show. Really good show. We had a great time in Stu. Lovely guy, and check it out. Check it out. Honestly, he's a really. What's the best way to describe him? He's just a lovely man. He's just a really, really lovely man. We had a really good time, and we had some really good questions from you guys. Not always exciting, not always sort of, oh, what's your favourite goal? Spoke about his time at Celtic, and obviously I spoke to him before about it as well, in terms of, did he think that he left West Ham too soon? He probably did, in all honesty, and he said he did, but in the actual moment, he's one of his favourite football players of all time. Liam Brady wanted him, so that's great. What could you do? And the same when I remember interviewing Dicko about leaving West Ham for Chelsea. The same thing came up, Yeah, but I was naive. In the hindsight, I could maybe. And the same, I think Slate's played 180 or 179 games. If he stayed at West Ham for another few years, he might not have got injured. He could have well have made 300 appearances. Who knows? Guess we'll have to wait to see how Antonio is when he comes back from jaunt. Obviously, they're playing El Salvador tonight. I've been through already. Obviously, you've got we've already been through at the beginning of the show all the internationals that happened yesterday. So the Czech boys, Fornals coming on as a sub, Yama playing the whole game against Bulgaria, Stel's favourite Masuaku coming on as a 40th minute substitution against Tanzania, Vlasic coming on as a second half sub as well. Tonight we've got Ben Rama playing, we've got Antonio playing. Tomorrow we've got potentially Ariola and Zuma playing, and then we've got the Sunday games as well. So we've got Fornals could be playing against Sweden. We've got who else? We got Masuaku again, Vlasic again. So yeah, so on Monday I'll do a whole review again, going over Thursday again, and also the weekend internationals. Stel will probably also talk about it again later on, but for a different audience. Not everyone watches everything. But as I said, we'll have an X-Hammer, at least one on next week as well. So we had Slates on this week. Next week, again, another Hammer. Come on, talk about how great the season is, their thoughts on the season, talk a little bit of their career, and then open up and just let you guys ask questions. Because that's what it's all about. Otherwise, I could have done an interview on my own, and that's great, and record it as a pre-record. But the whole idea of what we try and do is do it live now, so you guys come up with it. And to be honest, hands up, that was Stel and Anton's idea, and I went with it. So fair play to them. Fair play to them. As I said, it was a good one. That French smash and grab. Here we come indeed, mate. The show's 3 hours long already. It'll be 5 is transfer. Well, easy, isn't it? All you say transfers, and everyone will just comment on it for 3 hours. Good for West Ham. Good for a West Ham 11. I think we've done a bread 11. But if not, we'll revisit it. West Ham Network are massive. We get the players on there. We've got slates next week. Proper West Ham legend. Lots of games he's played. There's and I'm waiting on the date for 2 more. One's a guy who should have played a lot more games, but we got injured. One was another goalkeeper we haven't had on the channel yet, so hopefully we'll get him on. And then, as I said, we should have another golfer coming on probably next week, if not the week after. So we'll see. So we've had McGinley, we've had Billy Horschel. Maybe we'll try and get Billy back before Christmas as well, because he's a lovely bloke. We'll get Billy back for a chat, a bit of a longer chat if we can. Which ex-player would you really like to interview that you've not done so far yet? One of them I'm talking to at the moment, so I don't want to say that in case that doesn't fall through. The guy I'd love to sit down with Paolo. I'd love to sit down with Paolo. That's who I'd like to sit down with for a chat, and it could happen eventually. But that's who I'd like. There's another few, but I'm already hopefully getting them. But there's nothing at the moment in terms of me talking to Paolo just yet. But maybe Helen Hill do 11,000 miles. That's what we've got to do. That's what we've got to do on Monday. That's what we've got to do. There's your daily still. How many miles is everyone flying this week? These 2 weeks collectively, and the rest days in between. There's your daily. Off you go. See you later. Good luck to you. Sorry, not meant West Brom Wolves. I meant these. You're just unbelievable. Obviously, then we'll have this. So next week we'll be doing still probably doing the preview. Trying to get an X-Hammer for that as well. So that'll be different. We've obviously we'll have a Wolves fan on, but I'm trying to get an ex-Hammer as well for that, because they have a different perspective of games, don't they, really, ex-players. And then hopefully we'll be along for the watch-alongs, the rating shows, all that type of stuff. And then after the week, then we're back to normal. Then we've got Vienna, a lot of away games, and then December we've got a lot of home games. And I'm away for a week in December, but I don't miss any home games, which is brilliant. I'm in Lapland. Should we be automatically put in the Champions League as the Northern Pub team as a no match for us? Just do it, yeah. I just think we should just go straight on. Like sometimes if you're like, if you're playing a computer game and you do so well, they just put you up another level. That's what we should be doing. Lord Liam, good afternoon. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you too. Haven't seen you for ages. Hope you're well, buddy. So there we go. Anyone guess who this player is that has his injury cut? Watch his channel because it'll be a massive interview. It's not Dean Ashton. It's not Dean Ashton. I'm trying for Dino. I am trying for Dino. Believe me. I saw him the other day, and he knows I'm on his list. I know he's on my. He knows I'm on. No, he knows he's on my list. There we go. But it's not Dean Ashton. No, I'd love it to be. Terrible hair. Tuchel got the man of the match. Moyes probably should have gotten it, possibly. I'm at Wolves next week. Never been so hopeful. It's a good day. If you see me, Stel, and if anyone else sees Stel when they're out and about at Wolves or whatever, please get a selfie with him. Hashtag stealthy, and tweet the and tag the West Ham Network Twitter page, please. I thought that's who he was on about. No, it's not. It's not. And it's not Kieran Dyer. But it's a player who should have played a lot. He should have played a lot more games for us, but he did get injured and retired at an early age. So very similar to Dean Ashton, but had a lot of good memories at West Ham. A lot of good memories at West Ham. So hopefully we'll get him on. As I said, we've got another goalkeeper, and so. Yes, we should. Well, hopefully the goalkeeper's come back to me, and I've given another date, so hopefully he'll come back with okay with that date. And so, but we definitely got one. And if you want to know who it is, go back and watch the Stuart Slater interview, because I actually say, "Oh, we've got we talk about. Oh, I've got to do this week." That's what I said. Could you get Bobby Moore? He played for both West Ham and Wolves. We're hopefully getting another person who played for West Ham and Wolves. So there we go. Not Boogers. He didn't get injured. He just got like sent off and then went crazy. Samasi will be coming onto the channel eventually. He will, I promise you. We're in constant phone tennis with each other. Eventually, Ludo, no. Ludo's a lovely guy, and Ludo is really worried about doing any interview. You don't see him do any interviews, really, because it's all about his English. Same as Repka. Same as bloody Thomas Repka. Gary Breen, you got it in one. Gary Breen on the channel next. No, he's not. No. Gary Breen and Roger Johnson. And that's speaking of Gary Breen. That's another thing we're going to start doing soon. Is obviously we spend loads of time talking about all the great players that played for West Ham, but we don't talk about the not so great players that played for West Ham. And so we're going to be putting together our worst Hammers 11s that we've seen. Obviously, we do the Hammers 11 where people put together teams, and they're usually cult heroes or people they've seen. But we're going to put together an 11 of players who we might not have wanted to see again. Does that make sense? Stel's put some together. I'm putting some together. We'll get Ant to put together. Stato, all those types of people to get together. So that'd be quite fun. Ain't Boogers the one who got in trouble for selling rental cars? No, that was Thomas Repka. Can you believe that the media is discussing why West Ham fans are saying we are massive? I love it. Rent free, mate. We're rent free. Gary Breen, you gave me hope I could be a professional. Craig Forrest is the goalkeeper. Who we're trying to get on. So we're trying to get Craig on. So it could be next week, if not probably the week after. He's a very, 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 very busy man. But we do quite well with goalkeepers. I think he's probably like 8. We've had David James, Jimmy Walker. We've had Tom McAllister. We've had Stephen Bywater. We've had Bobby Ferguson. We've had Ian Foyer. If we get him as what we get, what's his name? We get what's he called? It's right there, Craig Forrest. We're going to get Phil Parks on eventually as well. We're trying to get Jim Standard on as well. There's definitely another one as well. Neil Finn. So that's at least 10 we'll have on the channel soon. Mental. Marlon Hayward. Love Marlon. I've had Marlon on. Top man. Another player who played for both teams. Not him. Savio Noresco. Savio's coming on. He's coming on. My life. All 10 minutes of it. 10 minutes? 10 minutes? Was that including our 2-minute intro video still? Joey Beecham. No, could you imagine? Bless him. David Connolly is another guy we're trying to get on the channel, David. Greetings from not so sunny Birmingham. James, good afternoon. Congratulations. James got the job. Everybody, James got the job he went for the other day. He was nervous for, and he got it, so it was good. Colton Cole. No. And no, oh yeah, we had Shaka as well. We've had Shaka as well. Well done, Ian. No, it's another West Ham player who played for West Ham and Wolves. There's a lot of players who play for both. Steve, hope you're well, my friend. Colton's already done one. I know he's already done one. We get people on again, Lord Liam. We get people on again. We've had Marlon. Marlon's done one. You know, we could get him on again. We could get Colton on again. We've got Stuart. We had Stuart Slater on. He's done one already. The guy we're getting on Thursday and Wednesday, he's been on for already. So, you know, but it's a different environment because it's more like it's like an interaction night, isn't it? So, you know, for example, yesterday, Duke from Forsham Iron, Stuart Slater is one of his idols, and we were talking, and he messaged me afterwards. He went, "Oh my god, thank you so much," because like Stuart Slater said my name, and we spoke about his pub, and the same thing happened with McAvenny. He had a comment, and that's what's great. I mean, even Anton gets giddy by asking a question when he has a question asked for him. Mervyn Day, yes, Mervyn Day, and and Peter. There's still a whole raft of sort of the sort of Alan McKnight we haven't on, and Stephen Banks as well. There's loads. There's like Robert Green, obviously, Roberto, all the good ones. Scott Mean, yeah, John Carew. John Carew is better than me than you. He certainly is. What we got here? Well done, James. Indeed, I would love to interview ex-Hammer 1973 Dudley Tyler. Dudley Tyler, a good player in the short time, is that he got injured and returned to Hereford. Why not? Mervyn Day, actually spoke to Mervyn Day a while ago about potentially coming on. He's still very active in the football world. That's what if they tend to be still active, it tends to be a little bit difficult. That makes sense. No, James Farmer, not James Fever. James Farmer got the job. First player I remember in my youth, Christ, was Vic Watson. I haven't had Billy Jennings on. No, we haven't. We've had Warren as well. Oh, see, I forget about people. Massive shout. Hello to the best fans in the world. Hello. James, hope you're well. Loads. Anton. From the 70s, Scott Parker will be an interesting one, especially if it's possible to get his days running up to the cup game against Spurs. And again, these type of players you'll get when they come to the end of their career when they're not active. Obviously, Scott's very active in the, you know, still playing, isn't it? So yeah. How about John McDowell? I'm trying with John McDowell actually, and Tommy what's his face as well. So that's why I was trying to get to the thing tonight because John's there and Tommy Taylor. Funny story about Tommy Taylor. My best mate's called Tommy Taylor, and Tommy Taylor was manager at Oriam, and me and my Tommy Taylor went to have trials at Oriam. Same as everyone's had a trial at Oriam, and Tommy Taylor, every time they asked his name, was laughing because he said his name was Tommy Taylor. He's like, no, it's not. Yeah, my name's. So he had to walk around with his. Like it was like the bus pass for like if you were a youth to prove he was Tommy Taylor. Anyway, good on together, proper banter us. Oh yeah, but you'd never get them in the same room because they're just the most. They're so anyway. Parker is pretty busy managing the champion. He is. Tevez, I'd love to. I don't think the English though. It's the English, isn't it? Frankie van der Elst, sadly passed many years ago, didn't he? Robbie Keane, another player that played for both clubs, we're hopefully getting on. But hopefully. He did say when I spoke to him the other day that we could get him. Kevin Locke, yeah, I mean, there's still so many players to get. Get Yoshi. I'm literally on trying every other day. I'm messaging Yoshi on it or emailing him or try and get him on. And same with Ben Ayoun as well. Oh, there's Berkovic as well. You know, both the Israeli boys. I'd love to get them both on. There's loads. So we'll never run out. But you know, so that's why sometimes we have loads. Sometimes we don't have any for a few weeks. Just the way it works. But we always have the content. And after we have all this international malarkey out of the way, We're back on nights. What we got? Kevin Keane. It's another player who played for both Wolves and BF the way. I haven't done Jimmy again. He's someone who we always try to contact. Teddy Sheringham, yeah, again. I'm talking to his manager quite a lot. Steve Potts, you can't spell Potts. Steve doesn't come on. I've tried so hard with Steve Potts, but Steve doesn't come on any of these things. We've done appreciation nights. We've done all that stuff. Just nah. We've had Frank. Yeah, it's another one. I love Frank Newell. He's a lovely guy. Clyde, someone we're in conversation with via a third party. So yeah, we'll get these guys on eventually. It just takes time, man. It just takes time. Keith Coleman and Mick McGivern. Steve, there's loads, man. And if anyone knows it, Mike Small. God, Mike Small. He's the bane of my life trying to find Mike Small. If anyone knows anyone, let us know. If you have a contact, if you have an email address, or a phone number, or you're Facebook friends with them, put in a good word for us. If we get them, then you win. We send you out, some merch as a thank you. That's what we do. So anyway, I'm gonna have to go because it's absolutely overrun. I'm really sorry. I haven't had a chance to talk to anyone. But anyway, we'll have loads to talk about. Not very much to talk about at the moment. And I don't know. Obviously, we'll have still show on Monday where we'll be going through digesting everything that's happened in the last week, which is quite a lot. And he'll throw a few transfers in there. I'm sure he will. For the fans. As always, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. We're on the way to 10,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. And maybe become a member. Hit the membership button, which is just under the next to the subscribe button. It should be. As always, I'd like to thank every one of our subscribers and obviously our members. But we like to thank our members personally because they've backed us really and spent some money. So there we go. So anyway, so we'd like to do it at the end. As I said, take care, everyone. Stay safe. There may be a daily later and possibly a late show. So the only way you know that's happening is by pressing that notification button. If you press that notification button, where is it? There's the subscribe, bing, that bell button. If you press that bell button, if still there's a late show will come on. Maybe I might even turn up for the late show. Who knows? But I hope everyone has a great rest of the day. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Get those jab appointments. Come on, you irons. Brilliant show as always. Thank you very, very much, Peach. And as always, we'd like to finish the show by thanking all of our lovely channel members. Take care, everyone. Much love. Bye-bye.
It's like a family.